Hurts. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Eagles and the Bucs under the lights on Monday night.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Tonight, it's the first of 2 here on this Monday night, as it'll be the defending NFC champions, the Philladephia Eagles, taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joe Tryon Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Hurts sets up to throw it. Complete. Smith has it. A beautiful fake. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 62 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Throwing is Hurts. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards total offense given up.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Aaron Spaß out now to punt on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Mayfield on play action. This is caught by Evans. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Well, when you're facing a receiver like this, you always come into a game thinking, we've got to put our best corner on him. We've got to find a way to get him off his routes, limit his touches. But that plan, not working too well in this opening drive. That's already 2 catches for it, and this one, good for a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Mayfield under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now Mayfield on 4th down. This is caught. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll take this up to the 12-yard line. You know, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That was a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain. So when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Shelling through the defense. great move. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. Swift going to try up the middle. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Devontae Smith. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bucs 6-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far, even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to drive with 6 points. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Swift. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. On 1st and 10, Mayfield on the move to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. Still going. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 75 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the Ravens who get the win at home. J.K. Dobbins, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Kenneth Walker, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley. Check on the...
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Hurts. And it'll be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
2nd and 5.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Godwin continues to be the receiver every quarterback wants in his offense. Over 100 catches and 1,000 yards last season. Fills that reliable short field role and knows how to get open quickly on any type of route.
It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Here's Pacheco headed right. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash, drafted the run. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Isaiah Pacheco, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and the lead is up to 8. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Second down, here's Hurts. Over the middle to Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
First down, Philladephia.
They'll look to throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on second down. Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith. They'll give him 4 yards there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. A first down throw for Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
A run by Pacheco on second down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Mayfield looks to throw. Rolling to, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And how about this, a fake? And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Hurts. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 touchdowns and back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming in third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
They go play action with Hurts.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try to push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Hurts. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers have just about sewn up this football game.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here's Mayfield.
To Evans on the slant.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
Shifts by him. Fighting through. He's got space. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Bucs are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 15. A minute 36 to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And his throw here's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And that one almost intercepted. But it's incomplete. He had space in front of him if he had held on. But instead it's 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
The decision made for him. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Flush to his right. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now Mayfield.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this off to Swift. And he will get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
They're going to look to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And this one is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts. That is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot
side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Buccaneers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped